Pull-ups and chin-ups are highly effective exercises for developing upper body strength using body weight as resistance. That's why in today's video, we're going to show the main differences between them and a key distinction that could make a big difference in your progress. Something you need to know, as difference number 7 could help you achieve 3 times the results once you understand it. Number 1. The grip. It all starts with the grip. The position of your hands is what visually and functionally differentiates pull-ups from chin-ups. In pull-ups, you use a pronated grip with your palms facing away from your body. In chin-ups, the grip is supinated with your palms facing toward you. It may seem like a matter of preference, but this difference directly affects which muscles are recruited during the movement. The pronated grip in pull-ups forces the back muscles to do most of the work. This means the focus falls on the latissimus dorsi, the large muscle that gives your back that V shape, the lower trapezius, and other key stabilizers. Meanwhile, the supinated grip in chin-ups places the biceps in a position of greater mechanical advantage. This allows them to contribute more significantly, easing some of the load on the back muscles while also engaging the pectoralis major. There's more. The grip doesn't just affect which muscles work, it also impacts how you feel during the exercise. For many people, chin-ups are more comfortable because the supinated grip is easier on the wrists and elbows. On the other hand, pull-ups with a pronated grip can be more demanding for those with limited shoulder mobility or less strength in their lats. This technical detail, the hand position, is a game changer. If you're looking for an exercise that focuses more on your back, pull-ups are the way to go. If your goal is to maximize arm strength while still working the back, chin-ups are the ideal choice. Knowing when to use each variation is one of the secrets to a more efficient and balanced workout. Number 2. The muscles activated. The second major difference lies in the muscles recruited during each exercise. Pull-ups and chin-ups are known for their efficiency in activating several muscle groups simultaneously, but the emphasis shifts depending on the variation chosen. In chin-ups, the biceps take a leading role. Electromyography, EMG studies, show that this variation activates the biceps up to 52% more than pull-ups. This explains why many people feel their arms burn faster during chin-ups. Additionally, the pectoralis major, the large chest muscle, is also more involved, adding another dimension to the exercise. However, don't be mistaken, the lats still do much of the work, as the pulling movement demands their participation. In pull-ups, the focus shifts dramatically. Here, the lats are the true heroes. These muscles not only help pull the body upward, but also play a vital role in stabilizing the spine and shoulders. In addition to the lats, the lower trapezius is heavily recruited, contributing to scapular control. Other smaller muscles, such as the teres major and rhomboids, also come into play to ensure smooth and controlled movement. This difference in muscle activation has important implications for workout planning. If your goal is to strengthen your arms and add more volume to your biceps, chin-ups are an excellent choice. On the other hand, if you're more interested in developing a broad and powerful back, pull-ups are indispensable. That's why, ideally, both should be part of your routine. Number 3. Perceived difficulty. If you've tried both pull-ups and chin-ups, you've probably noticed that chin-ups are easier for most people. This is no coincidence. The difference lies in the role played by the biceps and how the load is distributed. In chin-ups, the biceps have a greater mechanical advantage due to the supinated grip. This allows them to take on more of the body's total load, easing the work for the lats. Additionally, the pecs also assist, making the movement more balanced. This combination makes chin-ups less challenging, especially for beginners or those who already have arm strength. With pull-ups, the story is different. Here, the lats and other back muscles take on almost all of the responsibility. The biceps assist, but not as much as they do in chin-ups. This distribution of effort makes pull-ups more challenging, especially for those still developing strength in the posterior chain. But there's one more factor to consider: mobility. The pronated grip in pull-ups places greater demands on the shoulders, both in terms of flexibility and control. This can make the movement more difficult for people with mobility issues or old injuries. Even so, this difference in difficulty doesn't mean one exercise is better than the other. Both have their place. Chin-ups are an excellent introduction for beginners or for days when you need a more accessible movement. Pull-ups, on the other hand, are a natural progression for those seeking a greater challenge and more back-focused results. Number 4. Range of motion. When it comes to range of motion, chin-ups have a slight advantage. The supinated grip allows you to bring your body closer to the bar, providing up to 8 extra degrees of elbow flexion compared to pull-ups. This greater range isn't just a technical detail. It can make a big difference in muscle stimulation. In chin-ups, this extra range is particularly advantageous for the biceps. The full movement allows them to stretch and contract through their entire range, which is excellent for muscle growth. Additionally, the pectoralis major also benefits from this increased range of motion. In pull-ups, the range of motion is slightly smaller, but that doesn't mean the exercise is less effective. On the contrary, the more focused activation of the lats makes the movement extremely efficient for working the back. In other words, while chin-ups offer more range, pull-ups are more targeted. This difference highlights the importance of varying your workout. If you want to maximize arm work, chin-ups are an excellent choice. If your priority is building wider, more defined back muscles, pull-ups provide unparalleled stimulation. Alternating between the two ensures you're taking advantage of the unique benefits of each variation. Number 5. The load supported. One of the key differences between pull-ups and chin-ups is the amount of weight you can support during each movement. This difference is directly related to muscle mechanics and how the muscles work together. In chin-ups, the supinated grip places the biceps in a position of greater mechanical advantage. This means they can support more weight, allowing you to add extra loads to the exercise more easily. This advantage is especially useful for those training with a focus on hypertrophy or maximum strength. After all, when your arms assist more, your lats have less isolated work, making the movement more efficient in terms of effort distribution. In pull-ups, the biceps play a secondary role, leaving most of the work to the back muscles. This makes the movement more challenging when you try to add weight. Even so, the concentrated effort on the lats pays off, providing more specific muscle stimulation. That's why many athletes use pull-ups as a foundation for building pure back strength, even if it means carrying less additional weight. If your goal is to maximize upper body strength and endurance, a good strategy is to alternate between the two exercises depending on how you feel each day. Use chin-ups for heavier, high-volume sets where you can add significant weights, and pull-ups to work on relative strength, your ability to lift your own body weight in a controlled manner. Number 6. Correcting muscle imbalances. Few of us have perfectly balanced bodies. It's common for some areas to be stronger than others, which can be harmful in the long term, leading to injuries or performance limitations. Pull-ups and chin-ups can help correct these imbalances, but in different ways. If you notice your biceps are relatively weak compared to your lats, chin-ups can be a powerful tool. They place your arms at the center of the effort, forcing them to grow and strengthen to keep up with the rest of the muscle chain. On the other hand, if you feel your back is lagging, pull-ups are the perfect solution. They isolate the lats and other back muscles, ensuring they get the attention they need. Another important point is the role of stabilizing muscles. Both pull-ups and chin-ups recruit muscles like the rhomboids, which help stabilize the scapulae, and the core muscles, which keep the torso steady during the movement. However, pull-ups have a slight advantage in activating the lower trapezius, a muscle essential for healthy posture. This makes pull-ups a smart choice for those looking to correct posture or reduce back pain. One way to use these exercises to correct imbalances is to start your workout with the movement that targets your weak points. For example, if your biceps need more attention, begin with chin-ups. If the focus is on improving your back, prioritize pull-ups. This strategic approach ensures you're always strengthening your most vulnerable areas. Number 7. Injury prevention. Injury prevention is a priority for anyone who trains regularly. After all, nothing hinders progress more than an unexpected injury. When it comes to pull-ups and chin-ups, the key lies in technique and choosing variations that respect your body's anatomy. Some people experience discomfort in their wrists or elbows when performing these movements, especially on straight bars. This issue is more common in chin-ups, where the supinated grip can place extra strain on the joints. If this happens to you, consider using a neutral grip bar, where your palms face each other, or gymnastic rings. These options offer a more natural position for the arms, reducing the risk of pain or injury. Another important tip is to vary your grip width. In pull-ups, a wider grip places more emphasis on the lats, while a narrower grip distributes the effort between the arms and back. This variation not only helps prevent repetitive strain, but also keeps your workout engaging. Additionally, never underestimate the importance of warming up. Taking a few minutes to mobilize your shoulders, elbows, and wrists before starting your sets can make a huge difference in your performance and long-term joint health. Number 8. The importance of variety. Pull-ups and chin-ups work different parts of the body and help build strength in complementary ways. They also add variety to your workout, which is essential to avoid stagnation. Alternating between these movements throughout the week, or even within a single session, keeps your muscles challenged and engaged. An interesting idea is to create supersets that combine both exercises. For example, you can start with a set of pull-ups to failure, followed immediately by a set of chin-ups. This approach not only increases workout intensity, but also ensures you're working all the involved muscles in a balanced way. Another point is to use each exercise to target different goals. For instance, you can focus on pull-ups on days when you want to prioritize your back and shoulders, and reserve chin-ups for days focused on arms and chest. This division makes your workout more organized and efficient. Number 9. Neuromuscular stimulation. One often overlooked difference between pull-ups and chin-ups is the level of neuromuscular stimulation. That is, how much each exercise challenges your brain to communicate with your muscles. Although both are compound movements that recruit various muscle groups, pull-ups require greater control of the posterior chain, while chin-ups have a more accessible and intuitive pattern for most people. In pull-ups, the activation of stabilizing back muscles, such as the middle trapezius and rhomboids, is essential to support the movement. This demands greater neuromuscular coordination, especially to keep the scapula retracted and prevent the shoulders from rising toward the ears, a common mistake. This enhanced activation makes pull-ups ideal for those looking to refine motor control and strengthen muscles that are often neglected in other exercises. Chin-ups, on the other hand, have a more linear movement pattern and are less dependent on scapular stabilization. This makes them technically easier to perform, but no less challenging. The supinated grip facilitates elbow alignment, allowing for more direct and accessible pulling through the biceps. This difference in neuromuscular complexity makes pull-ups a preferred choice for advanced athletes, while chin-ups may be better suited for beginners or training days with less cognitive load. Number 10. Impact on mobility and flexibility. Another important difference between these two exercises lies in the impact they have on mobility and flexibility, particularly in the shoulders, wrists, and elbows. Pull-ups, due to the pronated grip and wider position, require greater shoulder mobility. This movement expands thoracic opening and forces the joint to work within a range closer to its natural limit, which can positively improve shoulder health over time. On the other hand, chin-ups are more forgiving in terms of mobility, but can create greater strain on the wrists and elbows, especially if you have restrictions in these joints. The supinated grip forces the elbow into a greater degree of supination, which can be uncomfortable for some people. To avoid overload, one solution is to vary the grip, trying angled bars or rings, which offer a more neutral position. If your goal is to improve overall flexibility and mobility, pull-ups are a better choice. They not only challenge strength, but also require you to work on postural alignment and range of motion. Chin-ups, while less demanding in this aspect, can be a smart choice for those looking to maintain strength without sacrificing joint comfort. Number 11. Muscular endurance stimulation. Another point that differentiates pull-ups from chin-ups is how each impacts muscular endurance. In chin-ups, the additional involvement of the biceps and pectoralis major distributes the load more effectively, allowing you to complete more repetitions before reaching failure. This makes chin-ups an excellent choice for those looking to increase muscular endurance or perform longer sets with less risk of early fatigue. In pull-ups, the story is different. Since the effort is concentrated on the lats and other large back muscles, the movement places greater demands on these groups, leading to muscle failure more quickly. This makes pull-ups a powerful tool for maximum strength training and localized hypertrophy, but less effective for muscular endurance compared to chin-ups. If you're looking for an exercise for longer sets focused on general endurance, chin-ups are ideal. For those who prefer a more intense stimulus with fewer repetitions, pull-ups shine as a challenging and efficient choice. Number 12. Adaptation and Progression. Chin-ups, being easier to perform initially, are an excellent entry point for those starting to train body weight pulling movements. The ability to add extra weight more easily also makes them ideal for progressions focused on maximum strength. Pull-ups, on the other hand, with their higher initial difficulty, represent a more technical challenge. However, this difficulty can be an advantage. As you build enough strength to perform them, progress tends to be more noticeable. Pull-ups also allow for interesting variations, such as wide grip pull-ups or explosive pull-ups, which demand a higher level of skill and strength. If you're just starting out, chin-ups are a reliable starting point. As you build strength and confidence, pull-ups can be incorporated to take your workout to the next level. For more experienced individuals, both exercises offer clear paths for progression, whether through added weight, technical variations, or increased repetitions. Before leaving the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Also, leave a comment. Which of these exercises do you do?